Test 1 2 3. We're gonna check our audio and we're gonna create a video real quick with TikTok. Hello TikTok, today's Saturday. Saturday the 21st. So if you're seeing this video right now on my TikTok page, that means we're live. We're live on YouTube, not on TikTok. So if you go to my link in bio, you should be able to locate my YouTube channel. Going forward, we're gonna be going live on YouTube. So please go to my YouTube channel. If you can't find the link, just look up Rosales Super Tech. You should be able to find me just fine on YouTube. Thanks, everyone. Peace. Y'all stay blessed, and we'll see you hopefully on our YouTube channel. Hello, TikTok. Today's Saturday. Saturday the 21st. So if you're seeing this video right now on my TikTok page, that means we're live. We're live on YouTube, not on TikTok. So if you go to my link in bio, you should be able to locate my YouTube channel. Going forward, we're going to be going live on YouTube. Alrighty. The last time I put on this tux was January 14th. There we go. I'm not sure how many people or how many viewers we're going to be getting on YouTube. However, we're going to go live either way. As up for streaming to 1,000 people. So, nevertheless, we've got some repairs we got to get done today. They just came in this morning, and we're going to try to get these taken care of as quickly as we can, because one of these customers is actually waiting outside. And, yeah, I don't like to have customers just, sitting and waiting. So we're trying to expedite their services. We're going to expedite their services. Another this is today's Saturday. How's everyone doing? Hopefully you guys are having fun. I've been up and going since 8 a.m. this morning. Literally went to a garage sale, bought me, I think I got some decent inventory. Inventory that we could sell here at the shop. Oh, there it is. That's what I'm looking for. There we go. Alrighty. And this is a Nintendo Switch. It's going to be an easy repair. This one, it's a charging port replacement. We got 2 charging ports and one, according to what I'm being told, that it's a screen replacement, potentially. Sometimes it may not be the screen. Sometimes it could be M92T36 that's preventing it from actually displaying, unless the screen itself is actually broken, which we will diagnose as well. But this one, it's supposed to be just a charging port. Okay. Yep, before people start getting here. Where my tweezers at? Oh, some tweezers there. I am missing a pair of tweezers. They're over here. You know how sometimes you have your favorite tweezers? I always keep looking for my favorite tweezers. Without them, I won't proceed. I'd go crazy looking for them. They may be beat up and everything, discolored almost. These are still my favorite tweezers. Oh. This one's definitely, and I mean definitely, a charging port repair. Let me show you real quick. Let me make sure my microscope actually works. I haven't tested my microscope. Should work, but I don't. Starting soon. Oh, sorry, didn't mean to do that. Alrighty, let's show you here real quick. This here is the charging port. Oh wow! Ooh wow! I think this is probably gonna have more than just a charging port. Thinking M92T36 is also going to be bad. Got some data lines actually touching there, which could have caused a short if they attempted to repair. Rosales to protect this is Leo. How can I help you? Yes, sir, we do. We charge $145, sir. And we aim for same day. Yes, sir. North side of Fort Worth, off of 820. I'm sorry, off of Azle Avenue and Ephraim Avenue. Was that 8? Okay, see you whenever we get here. Thank you, sir. You're welcome. Alright, so right now what I'm doing is actually putting the motherboard for the channel switch light here on the little visor. That's what it's called. Stick visor. So we're putting it in here because I'm gonna hang the board over the edge of my workbench, warm it up from the bottom, since we do have a connector here for the power, for the battery connector. So we're going to heat this up from the bottom, remove this USB-C charging port, and then we're going to validate afterwards, before we put the new charging port, if in fact the M92 and or BQ24193 are shorted, because I believe this one may have those components shorted, since it's various pins that are actually touching each other, some being voltage rails, the others being data lines. And if that were to happen, it can actually short out the logic board, and hopefully it didn't cause any other issues. Turning on my hot iron station real quick. Okay, and then getting my hot air station as well. Put it at 75% airflow with 875 degrees Fahrenheit. We try to use lower temperatures and lower on the airflow percentage on the switches, because sometimes the port can actually melt as you're trying to drop the new port on there. So I just set it up for specific temperatures that's meant for Nintendo Switches only. And now, oh, and not even showing you the scope view. And this is what we're doing right now. We're heating up the actual switch port, warming it up from the bottom, so that we can melt the solder and then just remove the broken USB-C charging port. Hello. Be right with you. Okay. Ports removed. Now before we go ahead and solder the new charging port, we're going to check the various components that I was referencing. Because, again, various components were, or various pads were actually touching each other. And if that were to be the case, these components tend to give out. Let me grab my multimeter. We're going to put it in diode continuity mode. Just to confirm if in fact we've got a shorted component. A shorted power management IC or charge management IC. Huh? Okay. We're gonna touch ground here. Yes. We don't work on corrupted files. We only work on logic boards. Corrupted files, no. We only work on logic boards. If it's a disk issue, we don't repair any disks.
Just repeatedly copies itself like every time I need it. So like it's like a base game where it's like 0.00 megabytes or anything like that. It'll just pop itself up on there. I don't know if it's this or if it could be my internal hard drive on my Xbox, but
So the hard drive itself has been detected.
Yeah, yeah, it's being like it's being detected. Now it's not like it turns on, but the light doesn't turn on to activate that little hard drive so it syncs to the Xbox. Like
Okay.
it makes the sound where it's like you can hear it go
Hmm.
and it works, but the light's not flickering to like show that it's activating the drive.
Yeah. So for hard drives, the only thing we do it's like data recovery,
Uh-huh.
and or if the actual logic board is bad. But when it comes to repairing data, we don't repair sectors or delete or anything like that. We don't offer those type of services.
So basically like I get what you mean, but like
Are you looking to completely do a cleaning on it, just delete everything that's in there, so that you reinstall whatever games you want to reinstall? Is that what you're looking to get done, or what exactly are you seeking for it to be done?
I'm fine with doing if there's a way to get it to fix to where it's actually able to get read on my Xbox and it having to be completely wiped and everything like if it's brand new. I'm fine with that, just as long as it's fixed working.
Do you have the charging wire with this one? Because it's a different type of charging wire.
You don't have those type of wire for it.
I'm sure I have one somewhere in the back. I can look for one.
Okay.
I just need to be able to test right now to see if it actually powers on. Whenever I plug it into USB,
Yeah.
will the light here light up, or it won't light up at all?
It won't light up at all. It used to always blink. It would light up, blink, and stay blinking. And then now, when this happened, it was solid. And then when I went to go get a new wire and plug it again, the light just is completely dead. But you can hear it going where it's running, but then it just makes a every time
Okay.
it tries to connect.
So that's gonna be the needle.
The needle.
That's the needle. So that's a hard drive. So
Mm-hmm.
the hard drive has a needle that actually reads the data.
Mm-hmm.
And if you're getting the needle trying to read data or write data to it, it'll sound the same way you're just explaining it now. That's the type of repair we don't offer. Yeah, that's more of a disk type repair. Means I have to find the exact same hard drive, potentially swap the needles from a working one into this one in order for it to work. But it needs to be in a contained environment though, because if dust gets in there, it just corrupts all your data and sectors. And we don't have a contained environment where we offer that type of data recovery. Yeah, that's a different type of data recovery.
Gotcha. Do you know any type of places that do that? Because I'm not really trying to swap it. I really
Yeah.
had it for so long.
I don't have anyone that I can refer to. That type of service, I will tell you as well, it's pretty costly to get done. I've seen them go upwards of upwards of $800 for that type of repair, for disk repair on optical drive, or not optical but disk drive or hard drive. So I don't have anyone that I can refer you to for that type of repair as of now. Eventually, we will be offering those services, but eventually, I need to take a course, get certified, and then buy the containment unit to be able to do that type of process. That's actually my goal for this year, to be able to offer those services. But right now, we don't offer them. I don't have the tools and the proper knowledge to be able to do it accordingly to where it's not going to mess up the disc, if that makes sense. So there's specific tools that's required, and I don't have those tools. And if I were to do it and mess it up, I'm liable for it. So
Yeah, I got you.
yes, sir.
It's cool. Thank you though.
Of course.
I really if not, like, do you know, like, how exactly I would be able to? Because I do kind of stuff like this myself, where I take it apart, fix
Okay.
it, and stuff like that. But I'm not really trying to do that. Like, I got out of that stuff already. I'd rather have someone else do it. But like, would you know how to take this apart?
To take it apart,
Yeah,
that's
like, to take
easy.
I don't.
There's no screws at all. Honestly, it's just
Like that little.
you just have to lift the seam. Sometimes, however, you have to put glue back again to put it back together. Normally, yeah, because the seam is being held by some sort of adhesive.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Anything I should look around for?
Most definitely.
Thanks so much.
Yeah, of course, man. Yeah, sir, I couldn't offer you those services here, man.
Can't find anyone. I can come to you, go together, so I'll come back.
Yeah, it's one of those things. To be honest, one of those things where I need to take the course first before I can actually offer the services.
I mean, it's like you do all that other type of, tech stuff, and they still make you take the course or something like that.
Well, you don't have to take the course, but I prefer doing it. That way, I'm actually 100%.
It saves you
Yeah, 100% knowledgeable versus it's a $10,000 course. It comes with the tools with it as well. And yeah, that's I need to take that before I even take those type of, and I need to buy the equipment to be able to do it. Original, it's not modded though. I know a lot of people ask us, is it modded, modified? No, we don't. I will do that sometime in the future, but right now I don't have any time to do any sort of mods. I'm trying to keep up with repairs in general, so having to do mods, that's more of a side project, and then I'd have to do it like on my own time, which I rarely have any. So it's one of those things where, so it's not modded, it's all original. We did recap it. I changed the clock battery and all the other internal batteries. That way, it'll last another 15 or so years, maybe more. Caps tend to leak, so I had to go ahead and get those replaced because they were older. Otherwise, yeah, I'm cleaned it internally as well, and we added a second controller with it. So for 130, I think it's a reasonable price, to be honest.
Yeah, especially for all of the repairs. Yeah.
Yeah.
I know how difficult those are. 'Cause I got three of them.
Oh, three Xboxes?
I got three of those original. Yeah. I was like, my first one had broken on the power part, and it would turn on, and then it would turn itself off.
Okay.
Sometimes I hold it, and I could play while holding the button and stuff, and I'm just like keep it there like that. And then one day it died, and then I bought another one. Same thing happened with that exact that old one.
It sounds like you were having issues with your caps. You need to be recapped, and also your power supply needs to be recapped.
Yeah, I've been wanting to take all three of them somewhere to get them fixed so I can sell them and stuff, but man, I just haven't had no time.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got good stuff there, man.
Yeah, we have a little bit of everything. A little bit of everything. We try to stay stocked up, but when we try to buy stuff, people want market value, market prices, even when they're broken.
Yeah.
They want market price, and I can't offer market price. We try to stay at that 50% market value, so that, because I know we're gonna put time into it in parts. By the time we're done with it, we've already put an additional 20% into it. So let's say it's something that costs $50. It normally sells for about $100, but we added an additional $20 for parts and labor. So now we've got $60 invested into it just to sell it for $100, make $40. And that's just an example, of course. So we try to stay at that 50% market value with anything we buy, just in case there's anything that needs to be repaired on anything we take in. Because a lot of the stuff we take in, we have customers, they tell us, hey, it's fully working, it's functional and everything, but aesthetically sometimes it's not the most pleasing. It could be like, let's say for example an NES, if you keep it somewhere where the sun shines all the time, it'll be yellowed. So aesthetically pleasing, people don't want to pay market value on something like that because it's yellowed. And or let's say for example N64s, which I have 4 of them here. I just bought them this morning actually. They're working, however, they're in rough shape. Like the cases, it needs cleaning. We do have the memory pack here. But aesthetically, to me, I wouldn't pay any more than like $50-$60 for something like this in this condition. This reset button's not even working. It's not even being pressed down. So this one, I'm going to do a complete shell swap to it. And we're going to put translucent. So, and then once we swap it out completely, we're also going to swap out the controller with it, with the translucent case. And at that point in time, now we're able to sell it for at least, I don't know, $250, $280, somewhere around there. So
But if I were to bring you all 3 of those Xbox, you pick 2 or all 3 of them, I keep my original one, and those other 2,
We buy broken consoles. Yes, we do.
Um,
Depending on the status condition. For broken consoles, we don't offer much because that means that needs a lot. It needs work. And I have to pay either myself or someone labor to be able to get those repaired, plus whatever parts are needed, of course. So for something like that, Xbox, for those, we offer in broken condition between, I'd say 15, 25. It depends on the status condition and if it has a controller with it and wires. If it doesn't have anything, you're looking around $15 just for the console itself.
got old two bring two ones I want to sell you,
Mm-hmm.
and they're completely in perfect condition, just like that. No cracks, no scratches.
Mhm.
They both got a controller.
I'd probably offer you 25 if they're in good condition.
They're good, yeah.
But if they're in working condition, of course, we can offer more.
Okay.
But if they're not in working condition, then yeah, that's where we don't know what's wrong with it internally on the motherboard. Again, it could be an entire recap, power supply. Hopefully, it's nothing related to the GPU, and hopefully, none of the capacitors leak. If they leak, they tend to eat through copper, which is the traces, and then now we have to run traces to them as well. So,
But all right, I'll get all y'all there.
all right, man. Appreciate you. Alrighty, we're back. Alright, again, we're going to test our surrounding components here near the M92 T36 and BQ24193. I am already seeing, oh, okay, that's just some stuff in there. Alright, so we're going to put our black probe to ground. Set to ground right now. So far, so good. No shorts there. No shorts there. Okay, no shorts. Okay, this cap here doesn't look that good. Cap to the right. But it's not shorted though. Okay, these components are good. So let's go ahead and solder on the new charging port. USB-C light. Let's go ahead and just grab two of them, because we're gonna need two. We're doing two Nintendo Switch lights today. Three actually, but two of them are charging ports. Okay, just hang the board over the workbench again, and then prep this in order for us to solder the new port. Okay. Okay, I forgot to add a little bit more flux and some actual solder, but it's okay. I'm hearing my little boy sing "Who Let the Dogs Out." What do they know about that type of music? Okay, starting to melt. What we're looking for. Come on, come on. Get to the other side. There we go. Okay. Ports in. I'll hold it in place. Hope I didn't melt it. I probably melted a little bit from the bottom. We were quick about it though. Let's check. Okay, port itself looks good. We did melt it a little bit there, but the port itself actually looks really good. Okay. We're going to go ahead and put this board back together in its chassis and test real quick. Make sure that it's running on and displaying. But you know what? Let me check my work real quick. Make sure these pins are soldered on. Yep, pins are good. We're just going to clean our flux real quick. Super Tech, this is Leo. How may I help you? Do we, what again? I'm sorry? Okay. We don't sell parts, sir. We only sell the service. The only parts we sell, it's probably like power supplies and stuff, or not power supplies necessarily, but like the charging cables or the power cables for the consoles. But anything that requires installation on the PlayStation 5, like parts, unfortunately, we don't sell that. We fix it, yes, sir. We charge $145 for the HDMI port repair. We aim for same-day repair, depending on when it's dropped off. Alright, did you have any other questions for me, sir? Guess he did not. He hung up. Okay, that's done. Let's get this out of the way. And we got one more over here. Ribbon cables, trying to get them all out from underneath this board. There we go. Oh yeah? Okay. Sorry y'all, I'm over here live and I forgot to change the scene. But I'm using right now the scope though to be able to route this ribbon cable though. Just for perspective location. Seal that up. There we go. You know what? I'm over here putting this thing fully back together, not knowing if this even going to actually charge. Let's take a look real quick. Let's plug in the battery and now the display right afterwards. We're gonna validate with our multimeter real quick. Make sure that it will charge and display after replacing the charging port. Hopefully there's nothing else wrong with it, of course. Although we did check the components that would normally go bad. Let's check. And my charging cable here. That's right over there. Come over here. Alrighty. We're gonna check our amp meter. We're gonna turn it around this other way. No signs of life. Huh. There is no signs of life at all. Now, I don't know if this is due to the charger itself. It could be the charger. Nope, it's not the charger. There's something else going on. Let me just reflow that charging port again. That's why I didn't want to put the rest of this stuff in, because I'm over here putting it together, not realizing that I don't know if this is going to work. Sure, the battery is heated. It is. There's a little tiny gap there, which makes me think that the center pins that we have here may not be seated accordingly. So what I'm going to do here real quick, instead of heating it up from the bottom, I'm going to heat it up from the top. But to do so, I'm going to go ahead and put something here to this plastic connector there. We don't want that connector to melt. We're just going to add something there for precaution. And then we're going to flow it from the top. Let's add a little bit of flux to this. And of course, we're not going to keep the heat just concentrated on a single spot. We're just going to move it back and forth and just flow the port in place again. Oh, this thing, I should have put some Kapton tape or something. We got to put some flux on the ground legs as well. Okay. Wait for the solder to just melt. Now, I don't know where your police cars are at, baby boy. Oh, you left them at the house?
Yes.
Okay. Okay. Not sure if that worked or not. I did see a movement. I'm still seeing this still though being lifted a little bit. You check that fuse real quick. Make sure the fuse is good. Fuse is good. Check our cat, make sure it's not shorted. It's not. Okay. Let's check these components one more time. I'm not getting any sort of shorts on the M92T36, but I think I'm gonna have to replace it anyways. There's no signs of life. Meaning, it doesn't show as if it's trying to charge. Let me just plug in the battery only. I'm not gonna plug nothing else, just battery. I got a battery here. Oh, it's a bad battery. Okay. Got a battery. Let me plug that in real quick. See if we have any change there. Still no change. Let me check to see if it's not the charging. A charger real quick. It's already been reset. Okay, let's check, make sure it wasn't maybe the charger. I've had scenarios where my charger, for whatever reason, decides to fail. No, it's not the charger though. It's not the charger. Let's check we're gonna replace our M92T36. Although it's not showing to be shorted, but that would be an educated guess. It's not giving me incorrect values or anything like that, but it's just one of those things where what else can it be type scenario. Where is my, here it is. I could grab a non-good board and just start checking values, but that takes a long time. I don't have time to be spending like that. I see my Duranga. How's it going, bud? I don't know if I pronounced your name right. My apologies if I didn't. Bottom left, it's our pin number 1. Okay. Chip is removed. Let's grab another one. Oh yeah. Mm. Fire truck is broken. Okay. Okay, it's I'd say it's practically floating place. I'm just gonna make sure that it is though. Add a little bit more flux. Okay. Solder it on. We're gonna let that cool off real quick, and then we'll clean up the flux. And then we'll test to see if the battery shows any signs of life again. And if that doesn't work, then we'll proceed with BQ24193. Again, these two capacitors here actually don't look healthy. This looks brown. And this one over here as well. But again, they're not giving me incorrect values. And also, it's not showing to be filtered. Let me test again. Nope. Okay, so I am seeing a short here now. We have a short here at this capacitor. That was not there earlier. Or could it be the heat? Probably because it was hot. Yeah, that is ground. This should not be ground. Starting to go back up. I think it was probably because it was hot. Okay, let me test real quick. Again, I'm going to test by just plugging in the battery only and seeing if we get any sort of life. Okay, battery is connected. Plug in our charging cable. Any success? Nope. My amp meter is not detecting anything. Okay, I'm gonna have to do a thorough value check. Give me a second, y'all. I'm gonna go talk to the customer real quick because they're waiting. Alrighty. So the customer's not gonna wait, which is good. Um, and I don't feel the pressure that I need to hurry up and rush on this repair. So I'm gonna take my time real quick and validating the values on the Nintendo Switch. I was trying to hurry up because the customer's out there waiting. It was supposed to be just a simple charging port. The way the charging port was looking like, it's just like this. This is the charging port we just removed. I'm not sure if you guys can actually see that, but all those pins are interlinked together. Literally. All of them, and they're touching the outer metal shielding as well, which it's ground. That it's grounded. So imagine having voltage trails, data lines, and all that. touching ground, what do you think is going to happen? It's going to kill this logic board. So what I'm going to do right now is start validating to see if we have any shorts around here. Check filters and all that. Where's my charging port at? Right over here. Got filters on the back end. You know, I didn't even check to make sure these were soldered correctly. Looks like they are. Maybe, maybe not. They can use some touch up. Let's go ahead and give them a touch up real quick. Okay, give it a touch up real quick. Just clean up the flux, burnt flux, and then check to see if we have any pins that look like they're not soldered on accordingly. Alrighty, let's check again. All I did was just give it a quick touch up real quick. Oh, hold on. You guys seeing what I'm seeing here? Look at this. Look at that ribbon cable. Someone's attempted to work on this before. Someone attempted to work on this before. So it's not going to display. So we don't need that real quick. We don't need that to be able to tell whether it's charging or not. But I can tell you that it's not going to display because of that. Alright. We got the battery only plugged in. Any success? I don't know. Let's see. No success. Let me make sure it's not the battery. Let me go grab another battery real quick. Do I have the battery here? Nope. I usually have a test battery, but I don't have a test battery there. What about that? Nope. Okay. Come on. Battery was giving me problems being able to take it out of this chassis. It wasn't punctured though. Now I'm going to use this ribbon cable, so I'm going to take this ribbon cable out as well, in case we do fix it. And grab the ribbon cable. Okay, ribbon cable is out. Let's test with the different. Still no signs of life. Oh, there is a sign. There is signs of life. I think the battery is bad on the switch. Yes. If it's bad, no. If the needle is not reading, no, we can't transfer it because we depend on the needle to read in order to transfer it over. If the needle is bad, we can. Do you have the cable for it?
Yeah.
Bring it in.
No.
Oh, I thought you had it with you.
No, I should have brought it with me, but I thinking I completely forgot.
Yeah, it's a different type of cable. I tried looking for it right now just a few minutes ago, but no, I don't have it. I wanted to test right now just to see if it's actually detected at all. If it's detected, then yes, I can transfer. But if it's not detected, I won't be able to.
So I'll just be right back. Y'all the closest ones. I'm not trying to go anywhere else.
Okay.
Are you able to figure it out?
Okay.
Yeah, I'll be back. I need to figure this out.
Okay.
Front door.
All right, so it is charging now. Looks like the battery itself for that one's bad. Let me just make sure if it's the battery. Maybe I wasn't plugging it in correctly.
You're feeding? I use super speed. You use super speed. You're so fast. Use nano with your super speed and pick up all your toys and put them back in that room.
Okay. So again, only the power cable is plugged in. I mean the battery, not the power cable, but the battery. Oh. It detected for a little bit and then went down. Hold on. Where's the battery? Okay, so the port is iffy right now. Of course, I don't have the chassis. The chassis usually holds it in place. Yeah, this is actually turning on right now. I think this battery is bad for this console as well. Because this one, it wasn't coming on at all. Let me plug it in, make sure it's seated all the way. Let's try it again. There it is. What the hell? Was it just not seated all the way? I don't know. But now ammeter is actually turning on. Battery is depleted, of course, because it hasn't been charged. Alright, let me unplug it again. Set that aside for now. We are going to have to change this cable here for the display. It's the bridge cable, I guess you could say. This cable is broken. It's A. The A button. X button. Okay. I'm going to replace this ribbon cable here. Sorry if I'm out of frame, y'all. It's just that I'm blind. I just need to be able to look at it closer. And I know this is supposed to be for content, but sometimes being able to get things done right, it takes priority over content, in my opinion. If I can't see, how am I going to do it? And yes, our kids are with us. That's why you hear all the ruckus in the background. Okay. Alrighty. I'm going to go ahead and plug in the connectors real quick. I am going to use my microscope for this. I'll try to hurry up. Alrighty. Again, we're gonna test. Oh, I forgot. Power the battery. That's all the way. Okay. Let's see, will it display, y'all? Second time is it's not even the second time. It's charging, or at least on amp meter, and it's displaying. Awesome. We got this one taken care of. Let's go ahead and put this one together. Actually, before I do that, let me make sure that this amp meter is going to show me proper values for charging. Right now, it's giving me about 800. Yeah, but 900 milliamps. I need to show me 400 amps. Come on. I am getting 15 volts, which is good. So make sure it's going to give me proper charging values. And is it going to do charge out of both sides? Yes. There it is. We're getting proper charging values now. Okay, let's go ahead and put this together. Can you work? Not right now. Later, okay?
Why?
Because I need to finish some repairs.
Okay, I can burn myself.
So later you can help me, okay?
So I can burn myself. To burn myself.
What?
To burn myself.
Yes, you can burn yourself.
Why?
Because it's hot.
Why?
Yes.
Oh, mommy was cold. Oh, mommy was cold.
Huh?
Oh, mommy was cold.
You're cold?
That's because I'm cold.
You're not cold?
That's because I'm hot. Oh my, that's hot. That's because I'm hot.
You're hot?
That's because I'm hot. That's so weird. I want it that hot.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, all ribbon cables are connected. That's a hot air station. Okay, go back there, baby boy. Get your hot air station. Yes. Go back there. Go to the back, please. Thank you. You want to watch me work? Go grab mommy's phone. Tell mommy to put me on her phone. You can watch me work there. You can watch me work on mommy's phone. Or you could put me on the TV, maybe. Oh, they don't want to watch it? They're like, I don't want to watch Papi. wanna watch, puppy? Damn, even my own kids don't want to watch. Well, nice. Fix. Good job. No, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. This one had me going. I was going to pull out a non-good board and start testing valleys, because originally it did not want to, still did not want to charge. Originally it still did not want to charge, but it was more so something to do with the battery connector. Okay, all ribbon cables. Let me put the screws on. How are y'all doing today? Hopefully your Saturday is going pretty well. Mine's going okay. Can be one of those days today. It's gonna be pretty busy for us. I got several repairs back there, and we need to get them done. This customer with this Nintendo Switch brought me 3 Nintendo Switches. This is the first of 3. He was originally waiting, however, it was taking longer than usual, and I thought it was going to take a lot longer to diagnose this board before we were going to be able to see any sort of life on it. However, turned out to be just something to do with the battery connector. So this one's charging. It's charging now. Of course, it's displaying. It also, the M90 T36 was originally bad, so we replaced it. So it was both charging port and M92. Okay. I'm gonna put a little bit of fresh thermal. Definitely need to wash my hands now. I gotta put my gloves on. I got thermal paste all over my hand. What, baby boy? Huh? I don't know mommy's password. You gotta ask mom to put the password. Yep, I don't know the password. You gotta go tell mom.
Yeah, we're not because you're watching other stuff, and how about you go play in the room? No. Yeah.
These screws have some sort of coating that prevents them from being magnetic. What do you don't touch right there, baby boy? Because those are not mine. Those belong to a customer. Yes. Can we build a repair community? I don't know. Well, we'll certainly try on YouTube. I tried on TikTok. TikTok, I don't recommend TikTok. All right. Let me go ahead and clean the screen. All right, let's test again. Make sure it still functions. Charging amp meter. I'm getting a normal amperage reading as well as voltage, 15 volts at 400 milliamps, which is what we're looking for. Eventually that's going to change fast charging to about 800 to 900 up to 1 amp. So 1 amp to about 900 to 800 milliamps. Alrighty, so we're going to leave this charging. I'll be right back though. I need to take care of some business and I'll be right back.
This is the place.